beyond the stars.
Shalom Adonai. Let's start today's study and let's talk about the Tower of Babel and the confusion of language that the Creator is. You made it happen there, didn't you? For each people to speak 11 languages so that they cannot understand each other and thus cannot build this Tower of Babel, finish the Tower of Babel. Babel was the name of the tower, which in Hebrew means confusion of tongues, confusion of voices. Since man began to speak, he sought his experiences from words. That is, he began to translate. His quest extended to the attempt to understand others, and consequently to understand the languages of others. Then, there in the Tower of Babel will be created all languages. It is spoken in this way today. They didn't understand each other, and the group that understood each other moved away and set up their country, their territory, right? Because he only understood a group of 200 people, 300 people, his language. So they went away, they were doing this, each one went away because it became a total mess. So from the moment we had those people who knew that they spoke the same language, they were coming together as a group, and from that moment they were each gaining their territory because it made no sense to live in that confusion. Its language and the Tower of Babel would later be destroyed, right? It is destroyed and has gone beyond its destruction. You could say it was one. It is one of the reasons for them to be afraid, and each one went to live with the group that the language they spoke at that time. In the confusion of language, he was speaking of the different language and the dispersion of human beings. The story is in the book of Genesis, chapter 11, verse 1 to 9, the myth of the Tower of Babel. A united population decides to build a tower that reaches the sky, and something angry with the arrogance of people confuses their language, right? And something spreads languages globally. The confusion prevents the tower from being built. The significance of the Tower of Babel is that Babel means confusion of tongues or voices. In Hebrew, it explained humanity's linguistic diversity. It's written in scripture and it's real. The confusion of tongues was a punishment inflicted on the builders of the Tower of Babel. And the confusion of tongues hit humanity in a collective way, according to Genesis, right? The Tower of Babel, it was built by the descendants of Noah after the flood. It was built by Nehog, right? Nehog, who was the chief. And he was responsible for building the Tower of Babel. So let's go back to the beginning, shall we? Let's catch up. We know that energy, vibration, frequency, everything is in the word. When you speak, you have energy, you have vibration, and you have frequency. In our world, everything is vibrating by quantum physics. Everything is vibrating. Everything vibrates. Matter vibrates. It vibrates. Okay, so matter has energy, matter has vibration, and it will have a frequency. So what happens? Even, right? The universe we live in, our reality, was built through the spoken word of the Creator. The Creator spoke, and everything was created. He brought existence, the material world, through the spoken word into the spiritual world. So we are shadow of a perfect reality, which is the spiritual world. So when the Creator confuses the language there in the Tower of Babel, what happens is created sun, several realities, thousands of realities has been created. Can you understand why if you speak the language? So you have an energy, you have the vibration and the frequency. Each language has its own energy, has its own vibration, and has its own frequency. So every reality from the Tower of Babel, you had multiple realities going on at the same time inside of this universe, which is the third dimension. Can you understand? It's like a parallel universe, right? That they talk so much. They don't speak parallel universes. Why are they saying that? Because you have several languages of the world with different energy, vibration, and frequency, and each one is creating your own reality. So much so that if you analyze it, you even find people who are richer than other people. Because is it because of the language you speak? If you take the wealth of the world today, it is distributed due to the energy, the vibration, and the frequency that these people are talking about. Look what a beautiful thing, right? Knowledge. You know your soul to create reality. She uses words and thoughts and words, right? Feeling has energy, has vibration, and has frequency. So each language vibrates at a frequency. And every language, every country will create a reality. So the distribution of wealth in the world is due to the energy, vibration, and frequency that these people are talking about. Here you have a table of how the language is vibrating. You see that Hebrew vibrates 7.0, Aramaic 6.9, Arabic 6.7. If you notice, you have Hebrew and Arabic are the descendants of Abraham. And if you notice, they are the richest people in the world. Then you have Greek, French, Russian, English, German, Chinese, Spanish, and Portuguese. So you see. According to the vibration, according to the frequency and energy of the languages that these peoples are speaking, also the distribution of wealth is in the same way that the language vibrates. So what is Marvel? The Marvel movie wants to show, right? In a different way and in a different language. But it's showing you. And today you will understand when they talk about the multiverse theory. The concept of the multiverse is not new, and philosophers and scientists have been theorizing about it for years. How does the Marvel multiverse work? The Marvel multiverse is composed of universes with a similar nature and a universal hierarchy. Each universe is unique and may have divergences caused by decisions that alter the course of history. Marvel's primary universe is Earth, so let's stop there. Then there would be several. Universe, huh? Several realities, let's say parallel, happening at the same time and being created by different languages. In China, a reality is being created. There in England is being created a reality based on energy, based on vibration, and based on the frequency that these people speak. So, according to these people, this is what happens. They are creating reality. From the moment of your language, then in the Marvel movies is shown, but in a different way. But this is happening. You are on Earth, and you have various realities being created through different languages since the Tower of Babel.